A common requirement when building web apps that consume Qlik data is to have some predefined selections applied when the app is opened. Up until now, all of the selections we've made using the Engine API have been achieved using the QLM number of the values. That approach, however, is generally better suited to scenarios where we're working with the data that we're selecting. In our example, we want to make selections in the country and year fields when the page loads, but we don't have a requirement to show the data for them on screen, which means it's unlikely that we'll know the QLM number values required for making the selections. The field class is a great option for such situations because it is designed specifically for making selections on data rather than viewing the data itself. Here are some of the available methods on the field class. We'll start by getting an instance of the field class to represent the country field, which is done by using the getField method on the app. The only required parameter is the name of the field we want to use, so in this case, country. To make the required selection, we can call the selectValues method, which accepts up to 3 parameters: the values we want to select, the toggle mode to use, and how we want to manage locked selections. The values to select should be an array of field value objects, which can have these properties. In our case, we're selecting a string, so we'll use the QText property, and we'll set the toggle mode to false to ensure that the selection is made regardless of the current selection state. We'll also use the return keyword here to chain the next promise onto the end of the previous one rather than nesting it. The same process can then be repeated for the next field, and once we've made all of the desired selections, we can then execute the rest of the code to load any objects we might be working with. Now, it's always a good idea to make these initial selections before loading any objects. Otherwise, for every selection made, any objects listening for changes will unnecessarily try to revalidate themselves, causing an unnecessary load on both the client and the server. And that brings us to the end of this course. We hope you found it useful, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. You can stay up to date with all of our content by subscribing to our YouTube channel or following us on social media. If you'd like to see more from this course, then head over to websy.academy, where you'll find our full set of training courses complete with hands-on activities and much more.